So I know most of you, myself included, are probably autofocusers. Actually, hold that thought. Okay, that's better. That's right. I know your dirty little secret. You just sit back and let the camera do all the work for you, don't you? Oh, hold on a second. Okay, maybe autofocus is pretty useful, so I don't blame you if you use it, but let me ask you something. Have you ever tried manual focus? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Gee, teleprompter is just being a big butthead today. What's up, everybody? My name is Tyler, and today we're talking about manual focus, and more specifically, the Tilta Nucleus Nano focus system. Story time. So recently I acquired a new lens.
Always think of you when spring comes, like it's something in the air at that time, don't know why.
You may have seen it, but if not, you should check out my last video. Anyway, so with the new lens came no autofocus. Bummer, I know. So I decided to look into building a rig around my X-T4, which, by the way, there are hardly any videos on that, so expect a rig guide for the X-T4 coming soon. And in that process, I realized I would need a solid focus system for this lens, and potentially any other cinema lenses down the road. Thus, the Tilta Nucleus Nano showed up at my doorstep. Or desk, whatever. So what do you get in the box? Well, for starters, you get this nice hard case to store all your jibs and fluids, as well as the system itself. The kit is about $230 on Amazon and comes with a focus wheel, obviously, which is about 3 to 4 inches in diameter and has a really nice dampened feel to it when you twist it. The outer part of the wheel is made of a wood-like texture, though I'm not actually sure if it's real wood, but it's a nice touch. The wheel has hard stops on either end, making it easy to determine start and end points for focusing. On the buttony side of the wheel, you'll find a tiny little screen which will show you all the information you need, as well as show you the settings you're messing with. Below that is the power/record button, which in order to use the record feature, you'll have to set up run stop with a supported camera. But I export externally, so I don't use this feature. Following that are your up and down select buttons, which allow you to navigate the menus, as well as make selections and select the channel to connect to. Below that is the set button, which is used to set A and B points to have fine control over a set focal distance. In front of all your controls, you'll see the CAL button, which is used to calibrate your lens. You can either hold it to auto-calibrate a lens with hard stops, or double-click it to manually set focus points on a lens with an infinite focus ring. The auto-calibrate works really well, and made setting up the system fast and easy. This is a wireless system after all, so there is a battery slot on the side for the included batteries, but an important note, these are not AA batteries, so make sure to only use the included batteries to avoid any damage that could occur. Or don't, and let chaos ensue. Your choice. Next you have the motor itself, which Tilta claims is a high torque electric motor. It had no issues moving any of my lens's rings and seemed to do so smoothly, assuming you set your gear lashing appropriately. For those of you scratching your heads going, what the f is gear lashing? Essentially, you want to make sure the motor gearing and the included lens strap gearing are snug up against one another, but not too tight or too loose. Kind of like a healthy relationship. What will happen is, if your lashing is set incorrectly, you'll either stress the motor into thinking it hit a lens stop, causing it to not move, or if it's too loose, you'll get sluggish and sloppy focus control, if any at all. So just make sure you're lining them up and putting them snugly together. The exact opposite of what I will be on Valentine's Day. Trust me, you'll know it's off. The one thing I will say about the motor is that it is audible when using it. It's not loud by any means, but if you're using it in a quiet room, you'll definitely hear it whining a bit, which can be annoying and also may screw up any audio you're recording off your rig, so keep that in mind. Although I'm probably nitpicking a bit and don't expect it to be an actual problem for most people. In terms of powering the motor, there is a micro USB input on the side which you will need to power either from an external battery or some other power source, like a gimbal. Currently, I have mine plugged into an Anker portable battery. There's also a port for run stop, but like I said, I don't use that, so I won't go into too much detail on it. Below the power input is a small screen for you to see how the motor is acting in conjunction with the wheel to ensure they are communicating, as well as check the position of the motor, etc. You won't use it much other than to check the channel, but it's nice that it's there in case you need to do any troubleshooting. You also get 2 little select buttons that function similarly to those on the wheel. One important thing is to make sure you set your motor channel to the same as your wheel by double-clicking the up or down arrow. This will ensure your motor and wheel are on the same channel, kind of like how walkie-talkies work. You can also initiate auto calibration from the motor, but I find it to be easier from the wheel. Tilta does include some mounting hardware, which is nice. You get a small 15mm rod plate and rod, but I already had a rod plate, so I just used the included short rod to slide the motor into place. There's also a special mount included for Zhiyun Crane 1 users in case you plan to use this on your gimbal. Along with that, you get the mounting bracket, which fits onto a 1/4-20 mount, making it super versatile and easy to place on your rig, unless you're like me and have way too much stuff on one side of your rig, in which case you might have to get creative on where you place it. But that's about it for what's in the case. As I mentioned, you do get 2 lens straps, which I went ahead and marked and cut for my lenses, which by the way, I recommend doing so you don't ever have to guess where you had it set each time you put it on your lens, because these things are a pain in the ass to put on, and they have to be put on super tight or else the motor will just slip the strap around your lens and, well, yeah, no focus for you. All right, so what about the performance? I found the Nucleus Nano to be extremely helpful, especially using a manual focus only lens. It makes performing precise movements easy, even at wide open f-stops, and I found no issues keeping focus even while walking down a street at night recording my friend at f1.8. I wish the velocity could be adjusted, but the speed is fine for pulling focus quickly. Although using the A and B points would allow you to take a small focus range and extend it through the entire rotation of the wheel if you wanted a more precise adjustment, so that's pretty useful. One cool thing about the Nucleus Nano is that because it's wireless, you can actually have it set up where you have a friend or someone off camera controlling the focus for you while you focus on camera movements. Though I don't have any friends to pull my focus. You can also use this to pull focus on yourself if you have your camera locked up on a tripod across the room facing you. So that's pretty cool, but I guess in that case, you could also just use autofocus. Okay, but if you were vlogging or zooming on a high-end cinema lens, then you would definitely need a focus system, so this makes it easier to... Anyway, you get the idea. In terms of durability and that sort of thing, the system isn't water resistant to my knowledge, but I'm sure like most things, if you're careful and keep it covered, you could probably get away with using this while shooting in less than optimal conditions, but maybe stick to autofocus if you're planning on shooting in a rainstorm or something like that. That or hire some guy off the street to pull your focus for you when you're out there one-wheeling around and insert large city name here in the pouring down rain for your daily vlog. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. All right, so to wrap this up, the Tilta Nucleus Nano is sort of the entry-level focus system for filmmakers getting more into shooting with cinema lenses and or with a dedicated focus puller. It's an affordable all-in-one kit that is extremely versatile and easy to use, not to mention powerful. It comes with everything you need to get started, well, besides a power source for the motor, of course. And even comes in this nifty little case, which, by the way, I have a soft spot for gear that comes with its own nifty little case. It also comes with its own mounting hardware, but will also work with any 15mm rod system, or if you're creative, I'm sure you could probably mount it to anything, so use your imagination, or just follow the instructions. You do you. So, while you could continue using your fancy, life-form, auto-detecting, eye-enhancing, tracking autofocus, maybe you try manual focus. It's a ton of fun, and the Nucleus Nano makes it that much more satisfying and easier to do. So give it a shot, or not. In all seriousness though, the learning to shoot in manual focus has been a fun learning process, and the Nucleus Nano made it fun and easy to do. Personally, I think manual focus gives you way more control to draw attention to different parts of the scene without relying on the camera to decide for you. The results can yield very pleasing effects when practiced, so I highly recommend you get out of your comfort zone and give it a try even if you don't have a focus system. Just sit around and play with the manual focus on your lens until you get the hang of it. That's what I did. Here, look at this shot of me literally focusing on chairs. Exhilarating, I know. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I hope you found this video interesting, or at least got you through whatever other task you were doing while listening. Yeah, that's right. I know you're not actually watching this right now. You're probably like eating food or doing something else while somewhat listening to this, but now you just realize I'm calling you out, and now you're scrambling to open the window I'm on but can't find it because you're one of those psychopaths with 50 tabs open on one of your 3 browsers. It's okay, I'll wait. You good? Okay. Anyway, make sure to subscribe if you're into this sort of thing, or if I bring you some sort of entertainment. It means a ton to me. Plus, I'm super active on social, so if you comment or whatever, I'll probably comment back. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I keep hitting this every time I talk. I'm just like talking to just... keep distracting myself too. I moved some stuff around if you guys haven't noticed, so let me know in the comments if you like this angle. They got the new light set up. We're chilling. But I'm like attracted to staring at myself, which sounds really weird. But because I moved my monitor up on top of my camera, now it's like I'm reading and looking at you guys, but then I'm like, I really want to like look up and like see if I'm framed. I don't know. It's silly. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye-bye. See, I just did it again. I keep doing it. Whatever. I'm done. So done. Bye.